Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to a new video. I want to start off by saying this is gonna be a brand new channel that I'm starting. I want to be like having a one-to-one with you, like a talk, like a tech talk, like a podcast type thing, whatever you want to call it. I just want to start off by saying, let me introduce myself. I'm Hendrix. I hope you guys enjoy the videos we're gonna be doing on this channel, and I wanted to prep I wanted to start by saying that I wanted to start talking about how companies don't really care about us consumers, which they should, because we are the ones that give them, buy their products and stuff. But they don't really care about us. All they see with us is a number. We're just one more one more number in their shareholder meetings, in their talks about um, product or whatever. Especially since I was reading upon the reviews for the 5060 from Nvidia, and yeah, companies don't care. We're just a number. We're just like a a test project for AI. That's all they that's all they care about right now. It's AI. They don't care about making our lives better. They don't care about simplifying life. They don't care about none of that. They just want to make as much money as possible, put as much money as possible in their pockets, want to make their shareholders happy. That's all they care about. They just see us as a number. They don't care about our privacy. They don't care about our information being misused. They don't care about our information being distributed. And I don't know, like somebody with not good intentions, like doing bad things with that information, especially scammers um, that now more than ever are like in their peak when it comes to fucking information because all they care about is getting as much information as possible so they can get as much money as possible. Everything right now, everything nowadays is about money. Everything, all the companies, uh, um, especially after the pandemic, all the companies see now is a number. Since people started dying in the pandemic and everything became like a little bit more expensive and life became a little bit less meaningful and people were dying and everybody was scared for their lives because they didn't know what was going to happen next tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, they don't care. All they want to do is make as much profit as possible, put as much money in their pocket as possible, use as less money as possible making things, whether it be quality wise, um, material wise. They don't care what they put, what materials do to our bodies, what materials do to our health, to our mental health and stuff like that. They don't care about none of that. They just want to see big number go bigger. That's all they want. They just it's literally like they have like $2 symbols in their eyes. That's literally what they see. They just speak, live, and breathe money. That's all they care about. All they do is, oh, how can we squeeze a little bit more so we can make more money so we can keep more in our pockets, especially like with technology companies nowadays. All they want to do is get a hold of as much information as possible so they can sell it to the highest bidder. So the highest bidder can do as they please with that information, whether it be like advertised to ourselves, like advertised to us without us like even knowing, like selling our information on the black market and stuff like that. Like they don't care. They don't care about. They don't see us as human beings. They literally see us as a freaking what would I call that? Like cattle. Like that's literally what we are to them. Cattle that they can just exploit however they please. They just wanna see, like I said, big number go bigger. especially in Hollywood. Now that all the things have started, coming down and crashing down on Hollywood, like um, the white dude that they arrested, Weinstein, I think it was called. Diddy. I was listening to something yesterday talking about how Will Smith is the gatekeeper in Hollywood and all that stuff. Like, yeah, companies don't care about us anymore. Like back in the '90s, I remember that companies used to try to make products good, even if it is for children, and even if it's dumb products. But they used to give a shit about products and make our lives better. Even experiment with things that make humans happy, or at least that can bring a smile out of somebody. Now, all we do is get anxiety, get depression, because we're living in a fast environment, fast life. Everything sucks, everything is expensive, and everything goes up, but then the quality of life is going down. And then also prices go up, but then wages stay the same, and then we can even afford to buy a house. We can even afford to rent a house. We can even afford to buy groceries. We can even afford to put gas on our vehicles, and all is because companies don't care about us. As long as number big go bigger, they're happy. They're good. Doesn't matter who they hurt, who pays for it in the long run or whatever. As long as they happy, they got money in their pockets, and the company is striving to make the big number go bigger. Everything else is relative. They don't give a shit. They don't care. I was also watching with a friend yesterday, like the Mark Zuckerberg trial for the government and stuff, and he was like they were telling him like, oh yeah, one in every two girls, or one in two one in two or one in three girls commit suicide, get bullied on um, Instagram and social media, and they were trying to blame him and whatever. Yeah, even the government doesn't even care about us. I still believe, and this has been my belief since the dawn of time. Everybody's getting controlled by somebody else. Like even our ex president, Joe Biden. Now it came out that he had cancer, that he's fighting for because it's a very aggressive cancer, blah blah blah, or whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I think we're just guinea pigs in a world full of people that are poking at us or whatever. When people talk about us living in a simulation, this is what it feels like. This is what I think they mean when they say we live in a simulation. When companies, the government, pharma, they're all just freaking poking at us with a probe and testing us like guinea pigs and stuff like that. But yeah, we're nobodies. Like we are literally sand in the ocean to them. Like as long as you have a high, how do I phrase this? As long as you have a high standing um, title in a company, and you making the big bucks, and you get to know people like in that hierarchy and stuff like that, you don't give a shit about anybody else. And if you could step your feet in people's head and do whatever you please with them or whatever, exploit them, like make them suffer as much as you can, you don't care. You don't give a shit. Because people, yeah, we as human beings and as a human species, we're just horrible. We just we don't care about none other than ourselves. As long as we're good, and we have a roof under our heads, we have clothes on our backs and stuff, we have shoes on our feet, we don't care about no one else but ourselves. Hell, even parents, as long as they got things that they care about, they don't give a shit about their kids. Especially nowadays, especially after the pandemic. People don't give a shit about people no more. And that's why companies don't care about us.